Hey guys, I'm Makayla. I am the founder and owner of Lola's Canvas, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about shipping essentials. As you know, I am the founder and owner of Lola's Canvas, which is a self-care brand focusing right now on body care and hair care. I hand make every product. And so I started my business back in 2023, and now it's 2025. And I just want to share with you guys some of the shipping things that I've learned. And so starting, I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes on the back end of Shopify, how to set up flat rate shipping and how to set up international shipping. Okay, guys, I am in the back end of my Shopify store, and I'm just going to show you guys how I set up flat rate shipping and delivery, and it's super simple, super easy, as well as international delivery. So you will go under shipping and delivery, and then right here, set up rates. I already have it set up. I'm just going to show you how I do it and how you would set it up. And of course, right here, you add all the products that can be shipped. These are just some of the products at my store that can be shipped. And then it goes down to fulfillment location. And of course, this is warehouse location. And so you see now these have flat rates, and this is what my customer sees whenever they're under the when they're checking out and they're under shipping. This is what they see. So if I was to go to just add rate, and it says use flat rate, because you can use carrier or to calculate the rates, like you can choose this, and then the UPS or USPS, whoever you use, it'll just automatically calculate their shipping rate versus using a flat rate. I like using a flat rate because I noticed with the carrier app, it is just all over the place. One day the same package would be $7. Another day the same package would be $9. So I love to use the flat rate shipping because I noticed when I did the flat rate shipping and I went in to process my orders and I purchased shipping labels, the price never changed on my end for the shipping label. So that is why I really like using the flat rate shipping versus the US carrier calculated rates. But I will say when it comes to international orders, definitely use the carrier calculated rates, because you have there's so many different things that go into international shipping. I just allow the the carrier like USPS or UPS to calculate their rate for international shipping. It has just been easier that way for me, because I may think that international shipping on my end should cost just say $18. Well, when it's time for me to purchase the label, I noticed, okay, instead of $18, this costs $28, and that would be $10 out of pocket for me. So that is why I allow the carrier to calculate the rates for international orders. And so I'm just gonna go in and show you this. I use a flat rate, and this is just, you can do however long it may take you. I probably do 3 to 4 days or 5 to 8 days. It never takes me that long to do an order, and add conditional pricing. And mine is set up by weight. And so when people order one product for me, my shipping is $5.50, because I eat on the back end in the shipping part. I think I did this on Shippo. I was able to go through each state, and yes, I manually did it to see what is the happy medium for the price to ship just one product out. And the happy medium for me was $5.50, because it ranged to $4 to about $4.70 in pretty much each state when it came to just one item. And my one item is either 4 ounces or 8 ounces. I have oils, butters, and hair products, and 4 to 8 ounces ships for about $4 to $4.70. So my happy medium was $5.50, because for me, I add in other things to my shipping cost, meaning my box. I add the price of my box to the shipping cost. I add the price of my thank you card to the shipping costs. And then of course you have your packing peanuts, your tape. Those are all expenses. And then we have to somewhere be able to allocate that expenses, so it's just not coming out of the business and we are not in the red. So I allocate the price. And yes, I sat down, took a sheet of paper, and I calculated these prices. I know how much I pay for each box. See, whenever you purchase a box through Uline, it may cost me just say $100 to get 200 boxes. Well, normally each box is about, depending on the size, it's about 25 cents per box. So I'm adding 25 cents to my shipping costs. And my thank you cards, they're about, just say, 10 cents for one. I add 10 cents to my shipping costs because I want to allocate how much money I am putting in the business. Up front, it does seem like, oh man, this is a lot of upfront costs when you have to buy shipping supplies, because you just can't get one set of shipping supplies, but you offset that cost into your shipping costs. That way, every person that orders from you, they're basically paying for their own box, paying for their own thank you card, and it is not bleeding into your business. And that is what we want. We want to be in the green when even in the beginning of starting our business, we want to be making money. And so that is why I do the 550, and then I would do the minimum weight would be for this. The minimum weight is 4 ounces because I have a my the thing that weighs the least for me is my oils, and I have a 2 ounce, and I also have, right now we're gonna just focus on the 4 ounce. So the 4 ounce one, the minimum weight for that, actually no, I know what it is. The minimum weight is 0. So from 0, and the maximum weight is 8 ounces, because and so that falls in that range, because I have products that weigh 2 ounces, I have products that weigh 4 ounces, and I have products that weigh 8 ounces, and those are single item products. That's what I would do, and then I would save this. I would just press done, and so now what I do next, the next one, when a person orders 2 or more items, the price for shipping is $9.50, because when I went on the back end of Shippo and I went to those different locations in the United States, I saw a happy medium right here with the $9.50, depending on the state. You have some states that it is higher to ship to those states versus other states. That's just the way that USPS and UPS has it set up. So for that, I do a minimum of 9 ounces, and then there is no maximum. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think that, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord Jesus, I did a price, Lord. No. We're doing it based on weight. I'm sorry, guys. So I have a minimum of 9 ounces so that it can get out of that 8 ounce threshold for the 550 price. And so I have minimum 9 ounces and no maximum weight, because if I have bundles as well, if a person orders bundles, there is no maximum weight. Now, that just works for me and my business. Sit down. I want you to calculate your shipping costs and everything and see what works best for your business. So the next thing we're going to have with conditional prices based on price. And so a minimum, I offer free shipping. If a person spends $65 minimum, guess what? They get I just go here. The price is free. It'll come free shipping with when you do it based on weight, and the minimum they have to spend. Oh Lord, based on price. I'm sorry. The minimum they have to spend is $65 to get free shipping. That's how you set up free shipping. And then of course you would just hit done, and it will save all of this. Now the next thing that I want to show you guys is, where'd it go? International rates, right here. International rates. Let me see if I can do this. If I do add rate, it would be carrier rate. Yes. See, when you do carrier rate, it allows you to add what you want. And I already have one set up for UPS. I'm just going to do USPS for now. I use UPS to set up international orders. For me, it just works better than USPS when it comes to international shipping. It's just me. And so they have first class, priority, and priority mail international. And so for me, you can add a handling fee if you want to. Personally, I don't do a handling fee. And that may be something I change in the future when I have staff. I'm not sure, but just for me personally, I don't have handling fees. Some people add $1 or $2, and that is how they take care of that handling fee. And a handling fee is how much it costs for you to package an order. Basically, how much are you paying yourself to package that order, because you're technically working? But hey, it's my business. It's sweat equity. I don't really care, but that's what that is. So I allow them to set up, and when you press done, it's going to now automatically pull from USPS or UPS, their shipping site is going to automatically pull the price to ship to that particular country. And guess what? You can do this for not just international. If you want to do this for even within the United States, you can as well, and it will just calculate the shipping price. And so that is how you set that up with that. And it's like, I'm gonna show you. Okay, international right here. Let me see. Let me see if it let me do it. Oh, okay. Yeah. And this is it. Okay, we don't want DHL. We want USPS, and it is just going to put that in. Okay, and you just press done, and it would calculate all of it. And this the region. Go here and you edit zone. And you just add in for international shipping. I have my zone name as international, so I know it's going out. You just choose where you want to ship. I don't have many chosen because I used to have everything chosen, and I remember getting several, especially whenever TikTok was really TikTok shop, not TikTok shop, but just TikTok in general. Because you have people all over the world that scroll on TikTok all day, and so you can have people in different countries viewing your TikTok. I would have a lot of international orders, but one thing that I noticed with some countries, and I would have to go back and see which countries because I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head. A lot of times I would have packages sitting in custom and I wouldn't know it because what customers don't realize is that the business owner does not handle customs. And so what I was coming into and what I received a lot of emails about, and it was out of my hands. What I received a lot of emails about was that people were going to pick up their packages for their, first of all, they already placed an order with me, paid for their order, and paid probably it's about $20+ for shipping internationally. And so what I didn't realize is that even though they did all of that, when it was time for them to come pick up their package from customs, they had to pay another fee. Well, I don't live there, so I didn't know that. And so that was just a hassle. And a lot of them refused to pay the fee because I remember one specific young lady, she said, the custom fee cost more than what I paid for the actual product from you. So I went ahead and just refunded her order and custom sent me the package back. And that is the issue that I was running into with several of my several countries from international. So the main countries I know for a fact I don't have a lot of issues with. Canada is one. I have no issues shipping to Canada. Another one, United Kingdom, had no issues shipping to United Kingdom. The Netherlands, I had no issues shipping to the Netherlands. Let me see. I had no issues shipping to Ireland, and I had no issues shipping to is another what is it called? Australia. I had no issues shipping to Australia. Those are the ones off the top of my head I had absolutely no issues with customs. So one thing that I will say is that though a lot of them customs is out of your hand. When you live in the United States and you ship internationally, customs is out of your hands. You just set up your customs declaration and go from there. You don't know how much they're going to charge people from in customs. It's out of your hands. So that is one thing to think about with international shipping, because I will never forget. This young lady reached out to me and said I'd never been refunded. And I said, well, I didn't really know what she was talking about. So I just had a back and forth exchange with her. And she said, I went and she had an order. I looked her order up and she had ordered 6 months ago from that date that she reached out to me. It had been 6 months. She said, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Customs and the USPS at the time never notified me that I had a package sitting there from 6 months ago. So I didn't even know. And it was not until I actually went to the post office and gave her the label number, the tracking number. And of course, the package was there and it had been sitting there for months and I had no idea. And so, of course, I refunded her and everything, but that is why I stopped using USPS for international orders and I use UPS, because with UPS, anytime an international order was returned back to me from customs, it came back to the warehouse location instead of going to the actual facility. It came back to my warehouse location and I didn't have issues. So that is just something to keep in mind with international shipping. And that is everything for shipping, how to set up flat rate shipping, free shipping, and international. So now I'm gonna take you guys into Shippo, my Shippo account. And I will say this, that Shippo is very beginner friendly and small business friendly. And with Shippo, I will say it allows you to it can grow with you. And I really like Shippo starting out because it allows you to buy one shipping label at a time. And if you know, you know, when you're a small business, it's just, a lot of times you may not get but one order that week, that day. But in Shippo allows you to order just one shipping label without any extra cost, meaning Shippo is free starting out. Now, Shippo can grow with you, but if you're getting more than, I say, 30 to 50 orders a month, I have something else for you. It is not Shippo, it is ShipStation. And I will show the behind the scenes of that when it is time. But starting out a small business, I do recommend Shippo. And so now I'm going to just show you the behind the scenes and how it looks on the back end when you're connected with Shopify. Now I'm going to show you my Shippo account really quick. I use Shippo, and you can just integrate Shippo with your Shopify. And I say Shippo is an amazing platform whenever you are new in the game. When you're a new business owner shipping out products, Shippo is the best option. And I say that because it allows you, if you only get one order, it allows you to just have one order. I mean, allow you to print a shipping label for just one order without having to pay a platform fee. Some other platforms, whenever you're growing and bigger, you won't be able to use Shippo forever. I promise you that. Some people may get away with it, but what I noticed for me, Shippo does not work on a larger scale. Shippo works on a lot smaller scale. And so with Shippo, if you just got one order this week, two orders next week, it's perfect for that because you're able to just purchase one label at a time with no platform fee. The platform for Shippo is free. And so it works. It just works that way. And I noticed that was just my sweet spot. I didn't have to pay a platform fee, and I was able to just buy one shipping label at a time. And what I mean by that is that, in the business, you're not a big name brand. People are just now finding you. So you may only get one order this week, two orders next week, one order here and there. It was sometimes I didn't get any orders, but I didn't have to pay a monthly fee. Know that other platforms with shipping, you will pay the monthly fee whether you have one order, zero orders, or 100 orders. You're paying that monthly fee. And Shippo was my happy medium, and it just works. I'm going to show you how of course, you would just pull it over. But I don't want to show my customers information. You would just pull it over. But one thing I'm gonna just show you I'm gonna make a dummy label and show you how it works. So you would just hit create label. That is the return address and everything. And I'm gonna just put in a dummy account. I'm gonna use my first and last name, none of that, and then I'm just gonna make up a street number. I don't know, I'm gonna do 801. See what comes up. Okay, 801 15th Street, Miami Beach. Okay, perfect. This is just a dummy address. I'm just putting some in to show you guys the shipping, how it works. Okay, it puts everything in, the zip code, the city, all of that. And this is a residential address. This is a residential address. And we're just going to leave that, and you would just hit next. And know that whenever it's connected to your store, it automatically pulls all these things. And of course, this is not a real order, so I don't have items. But no, in the item section, it will be whatever the customer ordered. It will be that along with the calculated weight that you put in on the Shopify back end with your products. And next, we're going to dimensions. A lot of times, for me, I'm using a 4x4 box. If they purchase just a single item, I have a 4x4 box. And of course, this is with custom dimensions, and you can create a package template. I don't have it set up right now, but you can create a package template where your box sizes are already saved along with the calculated weights. Because when you have set products that you do, like for me, I know I have single products, butters, oil. It's a range between 4 and 8 ounces. So I can calculate the weights. But right now I'm just going to put it in. And so a lot of times my one package for one is 8 ounces, and you would just hit save. And then it will begin to calculate rates on the side over here. And one thing about this, see, UPS, $7. But my happy medium, what I like to do, $4.74. I use USPS to ship out single items. It is just a happy medium, and it is a lot more affordable. And a lot of times you see how this says 4 days, that says 3. 9 times out of 10, it is only 1 day difference for when they would actually receive the product. USPS, unless it's a super busy holiday season, USPS is great with getting things out on time. I will say during the holiday season, 9 times out of 10, I will use UPS more often because people are ordering more, people are shipping more, and USPS sometimes they can really lose your packages. So you would just click here and then hit buy label, and then it is going to download your shipping label and your packing slip, and you just need to print it out using your thermal printer. Another thing I want to show you, my other one is I have a, when people order 2 to 3 items, I have this box, my 9x6x4 box, and 9 times I probably just leave it 8 ounces, honestly. It'll calculate rates for that box. It's the same price. That's crazy. It's the same price, and then for larger orders, it's 7. It's my larger boxes are, Lord, 7x7x7. Oh Lord, and that, and I'm gonna change this to about a pound and save, and let's see what it will calculate for me with the price. Okay, you see how the UPS now with the bigger item, it is $6.86. That's a great happy medium. Or you have $7. The what I do know is that ground and ground saver, this says 4 days, this says 3, but both of them arrive on the same time. I know that for a fact. And then of course you have USPS ground here, 701. And another thing I want to show you guys, whenever I offer free shipping, now sometimes, which I've done this a lot, unless I just absolutely want to use UPS, but a lot of times for my free shipping, I will go to carrier provided parcels, and I would get free shipping boxes from USPS. They have medium, they have large. I would get a free all you do is go on their website and order some medium shipping boxes or medium priority large boxes to come to your home, and that way you can now, when it comes to shipping out free items, you're not out of a box. You don't. The box was free, so you can take that part. Even though the boxes only cost about 20 to 30 cents, you're saving that, and that adds up over time. USPS right here. You would do you small. Oh, where is it? You have small. Where did it go? I'm sorry, y'all. You have medium flat rate box, large flat rate box. They just want to give you a flat rate price. Let's see. That's way too much. Okay, yeah, no. I have a happy medium. I just have to find it, but that is not the price that I pay. 9 times out of 10, when it comes to priority mail, I think it must be this one, or is it small box? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. $8.40. Let me go to a small box and see how much it would cost. But that is the happy medium that I pay when it comes to free shipping and offering my customers free shipping. A little hack, I will use a free box from USPS with their priority mail, and I would do a flat rate box and flat rate shipping. Let me see. There should be a not small flat rate envelope. Small flat rate box. Okay, there we go. Up $9.25. That is the happy medium that I will be paying $9.25. Even if it's in a medium box, I'm still paying $9.25. Even if it's in a large box, girl, I'm still paying $9.25. That is just a hack that I do. I spoke to the actually a postal service showed me this. She said, "Oh, just pick the small flat rate box and pay that flat rate shipping. It doesn't matter the size; it's flat rate. As long as it has a priority label on it, they're going to take it no matter what size box it's in." So that is a little hack that I learned from the post office, and that is what I do. And of course, you would just buy the label, print it off with your packing slip, and package your order as normal. And that is it for this part. Oh, we're back. So I'm going to show you guys. I have been in business for 2 years, right? And I did have a lot of success on TikTok Shop and a lot of success on my actual platform using social media. So what I've learned with shipping in the beginning, I highly suggest that you get is a thermal printer. This will save you a lot of time. You do not have to handwrite shipping labels like I see some people do at post office, as well as you don't have to be standing in the line at the post office. That line can be horrific sometimes. I know here in Mississippi where I live, the line can be horrific. So I do suggest investing into a thermal printer, I am going to have the link to, I have two. I have a black one, I have this one. I'm going to have the link to all these things that I talk about in this video. It's going to be in my Amazon storefront. And so I highly recommend that you invest into a thermal printer when you're first starting out. It will save you a lot of time. It is definitely worth the investment. A thermal printer will go with you for the rest of your business. And I know that when you're first starting out, you don't have a lot of money. At least I didn't. I didn't have a lot of money to start my business. So I made smart investments. And I will say it's going to be some things that I will say invest in, other things that I say, wait, don't do. It's not worth it. Because it's when it comes to having a business owner, it is trial and error. And y'all, I have made a lot of errors. And because I've I can't talk, girl. Because I've made a lot of errors, I'm here to tell you that, I don't recommend this. I do recommend that. I can really help you on your journey because, hey, learn from my mistakes, right? So in the beginning, you guys, when I blew up on TikTok Shop, in the beginning, first of all, I make all my products. All my products are handmade. And so I will say, everyone talks about bubble mailers. At least when I started my business, everyone said, oh, start with bubble mailers. Cheap, easy, start with bubble mailers. Well, the issue I ran into with bubble mailers, I hand make these products. My product is a paste. So I will say if you have a product that is, a cream, a paste, a liquid, bubble mailers is not the go-to because I would package it up very pretty. And when it would leave out of my hands, it goes into the hands of the post office or UPS or FedEx. They don't care. I'm telling you right now, girl, they do not care about your business. They don't care about your product. All they know is that they are trying to get packages in and out so they can get home and get off. All right. So in the beginning, I had got on my TikTok Shop a lot of negative reviews, and it was not about the product. The negative review was coming from their shipping experience when the customer received the package, right? And so the issue that they were running into, because it was just this was in this, and so they would be very rough with the products. What would happen is that when it got to the customer, all the contents were in here. And it was just, they would open it up and it would be a mess in the bag. That was the issue I was running into. And so that made me transition to boxes. And I get these boxes from Uline, and these are the 4x4x4 boxes. And I also use two more. This one is a bigger box that I use to ship bigger orders. I use 7x7. This is a 7x7x7 box. It's pretty big. And then the other one that I use for like medium size orders, like when a person orders about two products, is the 9x6x4 size. It is good to ship out like two products at a time or three products at a time. So let me tell you something. I'm showing you both because I use this in some instances, but I mostly only use boxes. And I say that I want to kind of show you guys something, tell you guys, put you on a little game, right? So what I want to say is that this is very cost effective, but it's not cost effective if a customer places an order, you ship the order out, then they receive it damaged, and now they're emailing you in customer support. So guess what? Now I have to reship an item. So guess what? Now that I'm sending them a free item, I'm replacing the item. So I don't make any money off of this one because it's the new one, and I have to give great customer service. I didn't make any money off of this. Now, guess what? I have to come out of pocket even more to purchase the shipping label because we're trying to have great customer service and we want our customers to be satisfied. So now you don't make any money off your second product you're shipping, and you're out of pocket of the shipping label. And I will definitely say that can easily become like a hassle, and you're going to realize I'm out of more money. So I will say, unless you are shipping something that cannot be broken, that I would go with boxes. It is a lot smarter and will save you a lot of money if you'll go ahead and spend a little bit more on the front end with your business with shipping supplies. I spend a little bit money on the front end so it can save me money in the long run. So the boxes, 100%, I do recommend. And guess what? When you have boxes, packing peanuts. Packing peanuts. You definitely need packing peanuts, okay? They are the cushion. And another thing that I see other people use is the packing paper. Now, personally, I don't like the packing paper. I prefer the peanuts to give it a cushion because even with packing paper, sometimes I still notice it's not enough cushion for my products. So I will definitely say you're gonna spend a little bit more on these shipping items then, but it's going to save you money in the long run. Because how in the beginning when I was doing so well on TikTok Shop, I was sending out hundreds of orders. I just come in, people were emailing me, hey, my package was damaged, my package was damaged, my package was damaged. So that is, guess what, an expense on the business owner. And I know people will say, oh, well, get shipping insurance. Shipping insurance. Shipping insurance is great, but it's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to take months. I've experienced that a month or two waiting period to get my money back from the post office. So guess what? I can't wait a month before I send another order out. I'm probably sending this another order out that day. So guess what? Shipping insurance is great, but in with the long haul, in the long run, it is going to be essential to just spend a little bit more on the front end with shipping than it is to replace orders. So I do recommend these boxes come off of Uline, and they are very cost efficient. And so the packing peanuts come off. Oh Lord, sorry, I'm sorry. The packing peanuts come off of Uline as well, and I highly, highly, highly recommend the boxes with the peanuts. Another thing that is something that I use as well, tape. People don't think about this. Now, this cost me $19. The tape dispenser. Now, I will say in the beginning of my business, I only had the tape, and I was rolling it out by hand. I didn't have this, but this has come in handy, and it has sped up my time. It's just a little something you can have. It's not necessarily essential. If you don't want to have it, don't buy it. But it does save a lot of time when you have hundreds of orders. Even if you don't have hundreds, even if you got 10, 20, it will just save you some time when it comes to taping up your boxes, taping them up securely, right? And the tape, I don't order tape off Uline. I get tape off Amazon because it's more bang for my buck. And I also have seen the same deal that I've seen on Amazon. I've seen it in Walmart. So when I go to Walmart in the tape aisle, they have these huge rolls of tape, and it's very cost efficient. I will say I probably get like 10 rolls of tape for, I don't know, $8 I do. So this is not necessarily an essential because I wrote it out by hand plenty of times, but I will say it'll save you some time, and it's only $19 if you have it. I will say it will save you some time. Okay, so another thing that people forget about are these. These are the 4x6 thermal printers. If you have a thermal label, you have to have special paper, which is thermal printer paper. This is the 4x6 size. It is the normal size for a shipping label, and they are amazing and they work great. I want to say on Amazon, I think I ordered them by the thousand. You get 1,000 for like $9.99. You get 2,500. It's a little bit less. And so these are something that you're going to need to go along with your thermal printer when you are printing out your shipping labels. Very much needed. And no, I want to tell you guys just a little nugget, and I'm going to actually have this in a separate video. Know that you're going to feel like you're coming out of pocket with a lot of stuff, but guess what? When it comes to shipping and when it comes to product pricing, I do it in a very different way. I include every expense into the order. So the customer is technically paying for their own shipping label. They're paying for their own box. They're paying for their own thank you card. Essentially, there is coming out of them because that is the way that I price my products. I price my products in a way that's very cost efficient. And guess what? The customer is basically paying for everything. It seems like it's a big chunk of change from the front end when I have to buy the things, but in the long run, when you get orders, the customer is paying for everything. And that is how you want your business to be, very cost effective. So we can be in the green, in the black. You don't ever want to be in the red with your business. There is a special little way that I show you a breakdown on how you how you incorporate all of this, where the customer is paying for everything. It's coming out of the customer's pocket, not so much your pocket. I'm still giving them an amazing customer experience, but they're technically paying for their own label, their own thank you card, all of that. There is a formula, there is a method to my madness, right? That's what I hear a lot of people say. So there is definitely a formula, and you want to follow a formula when you are pricing your products. It is not going to be a good feeling when every month you're doing your balance sheet in your business and you're like, for some reason I'm in the red. I don't understand why am I in the red? I'm in negative. I got negative dollars in the bank. It's because somewhere along the way you're doing something just a little bit wrong. And a lot of times what I see is that people do not price their products correctly, or they try to say, oh, hey, come get this for $9.99 plus free shipping. A lot of times that's not cost effective at all. Now, I will say, of course, we can offer free shipping at a threshold. I believe I offer free shipping after the customer has spent $60. Okay, that is when we reward with free shipping. But in the beginning, you should not do that. You should not do that from every order. They need to, I'm going to show you guys how to set up even free shipping, but there needs to be a way that it is cost effective for you as a business owner. Because let me just tell y'all something. This is cute. It's cute to have a business. It's cute to have a little bragging rights. Oh, I got my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. But that means absolutely nothing if you are broke, because your business is bringing in orders, but you're not making any money. Guess what? We're in the business of making money. We're in the business of having an amazing business, but I'm also in the business of making money and feeding my family. So guess what? There is a way to make sure from the very beginning when you start your business that you are pricing products correctly so you can make money. All right. So the next thing that I will say is very cost effective and that I love doing: business cards. Business cards, thank you cards. And guess what? I made these both on Canva. Oh, I got this upside down, girl. I made both of these on Canva. And I got 500 of these for $25. I got 500 of these for $20. Very much worth it. In the beginning, I know when we get so excited when we start our businesses that we're like, oh yes, I'm gonna have branded boxes, branded tissue paper, branded this, branded that. All that stuff is cute and it's a beautiful packaging. But guess what? In the beginning, we're not well known. In the beginning, I don't have a million followers. So guess what? In the beginning, you're not getting that many orders. At least for me, that was my story. I didn't have overnight success. In the beginning, I didn't get that many orders, and that's okay. But we're gonna start where I am. So guess what? Yes, my customers get a plain box, but I have beautiful thank you cards and branded items inside the box. It's very cost efficient. And I'm also, one thing that I don't have because I'm out of it is the branded tape. Now, I will say I get a huge, like 300-foot roll of branded tape for $20 off of Sticker Mule. I love that tape. Love that tape. Now, I will say, when my business was doing amazing on TikTok Shop, that I had UPS. I don't know if they just got wind of it or they just saw it or what. I had people stealing items. I had people scamming, stealing items when they saw that logo on that tape. So, when you get big enough and you get enough orders and you get a little bit of recognition, there's something to really think about. You're like, okay, why are all these people orders going missing? Well, sis, you you that girl, so they want the products. You that girl, so they see it, they want it, they steal it, and that is something that you may or may not run into. But I do love the branded tape, and that just elevates the package a little bit more. Where it's like, hey, this is my brand. I may not have the budget to go all out with a branded box and a branded this and a branded that, but it's small, subtle things that people like from the brand. It's small, subtle things that makes your brand a brand. And I will say that cost efficient. These are cost efficient. And guess what? I made them for free on Canva, and I'm going to have a tutorial on that as well. And so I will definitely say it is very, very important for you to be cost efficient in your business in the beginning. And these are just the essential items that I believe are well worth it. The last thing that I do when I seal up my boxes is I add a fragile sticker. I know a lot of people say, oh, that doesn't matter. But for me, I have saw a decrease in, damaged packages and customer dissatisfaction when I just incorporated these things. So I think I will get like 500 of these for like $7.99. It is worth it because now incorporating the box, the packing peanuts, this on the top, I have seen a decrease in damaged packages. I've seen a decrease in that, a huge decrease actually, if not probably Now, when I'm shipping orders, I probably, when it used to be a lot higher with damaged packages, I think now maybe twice a month. If that. Sometimes some months I go with no damaged packages from customers at all, which is a blessing. And I do believe that incorporating this in the box and the packing peanuts has really helped. And that is all that's essential to the business, you guys. These are shipping essentials. This will not cost you a lot of money in startup. Your thermal printer, your boxes, your bubble mailers, your business card or thank you card, and then a fragile sticker along with these. Cost efficient, very cost efficient. I promise you, you will not be out of pocket. And that is what we want. We want to start our business the right way, beautiful way, but we don't want to be out of pocket, and we want to be budget friendly in the beginning. We don't want to be burning our pockets with money that we don't really have. And also, it is just really good discipline not to be spending all that money in the beginning, because let's say if you have a job, I'm a registered nurse, so I have a job that I could put a lot of money into my business, but I chose to do it a more cost efficient way because I'm bootstrapping this and I want to be disciplined in this. So guess what? When I do have a multi-million dollar brand, I'm still disciplined in my finances. It is very important to be disciplined in your business finances. And so when you can find cost effective ways to do stuff, that is going to be the way to go. That's going to be the route to go. And so these are my business essentials that I have for you guys. And I'm actually going to show you guys how I pack an order. Just one. I'm just going to do one. How I actually pack an order so that you guys can see. Okay? Mhm. This order is not for anyone. So I'm just, oh my gosh, I dropped it. Oh gosh. So packing peanuts, hair butter, put it in. Then I would take the label and I would fold this. I would add that in the top. A few more on the side. Like that. And this will be it. And then I would add the shipping label right here. But this is not a real order, so this is all I would do. And now I would take this to the post office and just do a drop off, and that would be it, guys. This is very simple, very cost effective. Didn't use a lot of things, and yeah, I hope this helps.